Okay, so what makes Nikola Jokic so dominant in the NBA? He looks like he's an overweight 7-foot center, but he's able to put up massive numbers at like triple doubles night in and night out. So let's get down, let's check him out so that you can dominate just like Nikola Jokic. Really quickly, if you want to be able to shoot the basketball better, make sure to go check out my hardest basketball shooting workout down in the description below. Okay, this is actually a really great play. So basically we're having a pin down screen for Nikola Jokic who gets the ball at the point. At this time, the player who passes Nikola Jokic the ball cuts to the rim. Why is this so important? Why is it so important to be able to cut off ball after you pass the ball? Well, the reason being is the man who's guarding you, in this case LeBron James, goes and looks literally at the guy you pass to, which means that you're going to be wide open most of the time, cutting to the rim so that you can get your layup. We actually see that in this next clip right here. LeBron tries to go for the steal, which is exactly how I broke my finger, but it was because of a younger basketball player, not obviously LeBron James. But then that player, or Gordon, cuts to the rim because look, LeBron is out of position. He is also looking at the ball. He's not looking at his man. Then there's that nice passing lane right here. LeBron was unable to get that ball, and Gordon was able to go up for that big layup. Absolutely fantastic. Now, coming off of this screen, they blitz the ball handler. This is called a blitz. When the hedge man comes out, as well as the man who's, of course, guarding the original ball handler comes out, that's called blitzing. And Murray's a really good passer, so he gets that quick bounce pass into Jokic, and Jokic doesn't even take a dribble. Look what he did, no dribble. So many young players make that mistake of trying to dribble. That gives time for these defenses or the defenders to come over and try to stop you from scoring. He just goes straight up. So don't dribble in the low post if you don't have to. This is a fantastic example why. Look, if he was to take that dribble, this guy would have come over, this guy would have come over, this guy would have been front facing here. There would have been nobody open and no basket open, which is why you do not want to dribble if you get that pass into the low post and you're wide open. We see this once again, stuck in the middle, or not stuck, but has fantastic position in the low post in the middle of the key. Doesn't take that dribble, just goes straight back up. Fantastic. And then as soon as he gets that defensive rebound, he looks down court, he takes that dribble, but then he looks for that pass and he's able to hit his teammate Murray for the dunk. Now watch what Jokic does here when he attacks. He's using his off arm to keep that defender behind him, or at least trying to lock him behind him. But then when he attacks, he gets two hands on the ball. Now he's keeping it at chest height. This is important. He's not keeping it way down here. If he was to keep it way down here, this guy would have easily just stolen it from him. But this arm swiping down, if the ball was down here, would be able to probably swipe it without getting a foul call. But by keeping it up here, that's a very strong position right against your chest. It's not easy to get that ball stolen. Plus, it allows you to get your elbows out so that you can kind of hit their faces if they get too close to you. But he's then able to keep that ball away from stretched out defenders so that he can make this shot. Fantastic drive by Jokic here. Now this is fantastic transition offense. He's got a few players on his team that of course are in not bad of position. He's attacking down the middle of the court, which then forces that top defender to take him. There's two other defenders here, but they're on this side, which leaves Gordon wide open on this left side for Jokic to hit one dribble and of course pound it down. Now, remember how I said don't take that dribble if you're within close range? Well, guess what? This actually makes sense because he catches it here. He takes that dribble so that he can take those two steps so that he has a more powerful base to get up into that dunk that we see here. Here we see Jokic get the ball into the high post, and whenever you get the ball into the high post, you should not be looking to score right away. What you should be doing is looking to pass, because this is a very deadly position or spot on the court for any defense, whether it's a zone or a man. So what you need to do is, if you get that ball in the high post, look for cutters. And here he has that weak side cutter who's able to then dunk the ball, which is absolutely fantastic. Now watch Jokic's spin move here. This is what everyone needs to learn how to do. You either, in some of his spin moves, he brings his elbow up a bit higher to hit them. Other times he takes his shoulder into their chest to create the distance needed. So by hitting his chest right here, that forces his arms down if they were not already down, and that also creates space between himself and his defender so that now he can go up for that shot, and he's obviously able to hit that shot. There's also a little bit of a secret here, and I'm going to point it out right now. Watch the pivot foot. This foot's not supposed to lift up off the ground, but watch, he goes up on his toes and he drifts from here to here. that distance. It's about a foot distance. Referees don't see that, which means that you can create a little bit more space or get a little bit more space on your spin by merely lifting up your pivot foot. Obviously, if a referee is like a Terminator who can see literally everything on the court, they're going to call it. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you do the spin move fast enough, they're not going to see that. And every single player in the NBA does it. Now, this is actually a very similar play out of one of the plays that I run with my team. So if you're a coach, make sure to go check out the 5-out offense down below. But, or in the future, my playbook that I'll be posting. But watch this man cut over. This is a movement that we do in one of my plays that I run. And it's a far wing in my play all the way to the close wing on the post. And what that basically does is that opens up for wide open shots, because what happens is if you've got a zone defense, they're going to be collapsing in on the post, man. And when that happens, you can get some wide open shots by merely just moving off ball. And that's what allows Jokic to get so many assists. His teammates move off ball. I hope that this video helps you become a better center. If it does, hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure to go check out my hardest basketball shooting workout down in the description below. And if you're a coach, make sure to go check out my complete guide to the 5-out offense down there as well, because a lot of NBA teams use it, and it's a very simple offense that you can run. I'll see you guys again in my next video.